This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
I love Ben Riley.
That's right. I hope you enjoyed the interview last episode, but Lilith Hellfire is back.
Do we have to use that drop?
Why? You don't like it? See, she joked about it once, and that's just every time.
I love Ben Riley.
You love it.
I do.
Say something funny. Say something. I'll make you drop.
So much pressure.
I know. Put you on the spot. All right. So today, continue our spooky October.
Oh God, is that what it's supposed to be?
Right. Got a little 4-issue ditty for you. Talking to Carrion from Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, from issues 29 through 31, April, May, and June 1979. Yeah, I remember this from when I was 1. And the final one, we'll get to that, but it'll be Spectacular Spider-Man 149. And Lilith was born by then. So, all right. So, had you read these before I made up our list, Lilith Hellfire?
No, not even a little bit.
Oh.
You know, I tend to not read a lot of stuff, especially Marvel stuff, with the exception maybe like Fantastic Four and Namor that wasn't created before I was born. It's like just a thing.
It's the Trunks people. Oh, I know you said you read older stuff, but it has to be they're in your timeline.
Yeah, like there's very few things. Like I said, like Namor and Fantastic Four. I know all their old stuff.
So Lilith Hellfire's reading habits are like Quantum Leap. It has to be in her timeline. All right. So first issue, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 29. So we see Spider-Man getting the life choked out of him.
He likes it. Don't worry. It's consensual.
He's a Lilith Hellfire, if you will. Anyway. Oh no, she's the choker, the chokey.
Yeah. Let's get that straight. So Dust does.
It kind of picks up, I guess. Peter Parker gets ambushed in the college library at the end of the last issue by a mysterious figure known as Carrion, who's basically a dead man. He claims to be a dead man.
Yeah.
And
he's like, I'm gonna get revenge for that murder, you see. And then poor Holly Gillis walks in.
Yep. Yeah, because Carrion's already knocked out her boyfriend Hector, who's the original White Tiger. So, because we've had a few.
Wow. Wow. That's this is old. Take a drink.
How old is it? Hey, again, this is a 40-year-old story.
Oh God, you just had to remind me of White Tiger.
Yeah, that's how old this was. White Tiger was a guy.
So Peter's like, we gotta get out of here.
Well, first he's like, I'm all exhausted from fighting you can't, they didn't want to say mob back in the day, because I guess the creators, Stan Lee, didn't want to be swimming with the fishes, so. It's the Magia. Instead of an F in the middle, let's put 2 G's. So Peter's like trying to, stop Carrion without revealing his secret identity. He's telling Holly, get Hector out of here. You know, he goes, I'm no hero, but I can slow him down until campus security shows up.
You get a little red death dust in the face, homie.
Yep, after Carrion's just like hovering in midair. I'm so evil, even even repel the air. It's like, okay. Yeah, yes, he pulls the red dust from his little man purse. Which, this is pre-internet days, like way pre-internet days. You know what I heard the big rumor was who Carrion was before they revealed it?
Mary Jane?
No, I guess the big... No. It makes sense to the man person and everything. I guess like the big rumor was that he was like, the reanimated corpse of Norman Osborn.
Really?
Yeah, because, look, got that evil smile. He's got the man purse.
True. They weren't ready yet. They just didn't know. They weren't ready for that yet.
Because hey, Norman had only been dead for like 6 years? No way.
Back in the day, people used to stay dead for at least 10, 15 years.
Oh yeah, at least a decade. So yeah, then Carrion disappears. Peter falls out a window.
In the bush.
Yeah, the white tiger chases after him, and Peter passes out because he's all exhausted and gets taken to the infirmary.
Dehydration. Likely excuse, Peter.
I know. Hey, look, it's your old buddy Flash Thompson.
Yeah. And then we see Randy veiled. I'm just like, okay. Peter's gonna be your teaching assistant next term. Sure.
Ooh.
But he's like working for Carrion anyway, so it's just like, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, spoilers, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no, next page they show he's like working with Carrion.
Yeah, okay.
But first clue, Carrion's hiding out in the in an old office in the college. First clue.
Yeah.
And then all Peter's friends are like cleaning, like 2 panels cleaning up his apartment after a break in last issue. But Peter's like, he didn't even stop home. He just had to pick up his Spider-Man costume he left in the alley next door.
Right?
Yeah.
Can we just say that Darter might be officially the worst like villain name ever?
Oh yeah, because we see him attack the white tiger, who's like keeping an eye on Peter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at his costume. Look at the theme of, I mean, Kite Man was taken, so. Seriously.
Oh god.
Dude's got like yellow wings or something. It's like a giant bug or something.
Definitely no name brand recognition value right there.
I know. So yeah, so Darter's keeping White Tiger busy, so Carrion's just like taunting Peter because he knows he's Spider-Man.
I like where they're in that fight, and then he finally goes, "All right, man, you killed Gwen Stacy and Miles Warren."
Oh yeah, because they're battling, and then they get to the gym, and yeah, Carrion's like, "You killed the sweetest girl and the gentlest old man."
I was like, well, he's not wrong about the Gwen Stacy thing.
Peter wasn't completely responsible. Oh, like she wasn't dead when that Goblin glider hit her.
I don't know. She could have lived. The next snap definitely was the finishing blow. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if had he not caught her. I mean, she fell from the top of that bridge. How many people survive falling from the top of a bridge, especially if they're unconscious?
Makes it easier when you're unconscious if somebody's actually there to fish you out. But just saying.
Well, from that height,
it was a damned if you do, damned if you don't. But just saying. All
right, so issue 2. Look at that price. 1979 price is 40 cents. 40 cents.
Looking at our time machine so we can go back and get all our damn comic books.
Exactly.
Oh, but we're gonna have to be careful with the money. That's the only thing about time travel. If you're gonna use the money, you gotta like sort it out.
You're gonna have future
money.
I
learned that from Journeyman. Suck it. Anyway,
I was thinking like Doc Brown. What was that? Back to the Future 2. Doc Brown had like that briefcase full of like money from like different like years and stuff.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna need.
We have to go back.
Because they make the $100 bill so stupid now. All our money's turning blue.
Whatever year we go to, just rob a bank. The security's gonna get.
Oh, we're gonna be Doc Ock. Cool. Charlie can be down with that. We'll be Doc Ock.
I mean, the further back you go, the less security the bank's gonna have.
Yeah, we gotta go to a little town, blow something up, and while everybody's working on that, we just rob the bank. Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Just read a book.
Anyway.
Just read a book. See what bank we robbed.
Now that sounds like a terrible episode of Timeless. Anyway, cut to issue 2, which is number 31. Secret as the Grave.
Wait, what? Issue 30 is the second part.
Oh, snipes. Yeah. Oh, did I say 31?
Yeah.
Okay, 30. Yeah, Secret is the Grave still title.
So yeah, Carrion still accusing Spider-Man of murdering Gwen and Miles Warren.
He looks like Skeletor on vacation. That's what he looks like.
He's supposed to be like a dead man. He's, guy's been dead a while.
I know, I'm just saying. Because he's got the little man purse. He's Skeletor on vacation. That's why it's not purple. See, when you're on vacation, you want to do something different.
Well, see, look, perfect timing. We're talking Carrion, and he's accusing Peter of killing Miles Warren. Miles Warren's back in Ghost Spider #2, now on sale.
Pick it up. It was the best Marvel book of that week.
It was good.
Sorry, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Not this one. Friendly Neighborhood wasn't out this week, was it? Amazing was out this week.
Oh, Amazing. Okay.
Amazing. See, that's that Absolute Carnage crossover.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why.
Yeah. So, Peter's like, Green Goblin. See, even he says the Green Goblin killed Gwen.
Yeah. Of course he would say that.
And he's like, and Miles Warren was the Jackal when he basically died in his own death trap. Trying to blow me and my unnamed clone so far up yet.
And then they get knocked into the pool. And then, White Tiger and Darter actually, come into the same place. I'm like, okay, now this is going to be crowded. I like how he knocks White Tiger off, the diving board, and they, fall into there. And then Kieran knocks out Spider-Man with that red death dust. And I'm just like, that's red kryptonite mist. Fight me.
It's all funny how Carrion just empties the pool because I guess his power repulses all organic matter, including water.
I don't think that's how that works. I think they should have called Charlie.
Yeah, I know.
And then we see Spider-Man. He takes Spider-Man to a secret lab, and he's taking some of his genetic material. Heyo. Because he wants to create some weird creature based on some ancient arachnid. I'm just like, oh.
Almost like cloning, if you will.
Yeah, and then Kieran reveals to him that he is a living clone of Miles Warren, and it's like, dun, dun, dun.
That's right. So, yes. Carrion is, quote-unquote, the clone of Miles Warren.
Yeah.
Which wait till we get to Spectacular Spider-Man 149. It gets a lot more convoluted.
Yeah, and I got some further reading for you as well once we get to 149. That kind of helps it make sense.
Is it an annual?
Or Spider-Man, the Osborn Journal #1, and Amazing Spider-Man 399.
During the Clone Saga, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they explain some of that.
Well, we'll get there. But yeah, and then Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man 31. Till death do us part.
That's such a random. I feel like they waste some of the best titles in the beginning of. I'm just saying. It doesn't even make sense. Well, it does, but it doesn't.
But yeah, so basically, Carrion's I was cloned and born hating you.
I don't think that's how that works either.
But yeah, supposedly, so yeah, Carrion is saying that Miles Warren cloned himself before he went off, to confront Peter in Amazing.
And of course, the aging process was accelerated because there was a problem with the clone incubator. Because of course it was.
Of course.
And so Randy Vale just happened to discover him, and they agreed to get some revenge. And I'm just like, monologuing is monologuing.
Carrion's like, Miles Warren must have failed. He never came back. He discovered his powers of, he could kill things by touching it, and latent telepathic abilities.
And then, he's like, basically Randy was helping him to get revenge because he wanted Carrion to give him Spider-Man's abilities. Mm-hmm. But of course, he's like, I'm not going to do that. And then Darter overhears that. And, and he's just like, what? And he sets that stupid spider amoeba loose.
Yeah.
Spider amoeba.
Next, he has Peter strapped to a table.
Yeah. Then Carrion turns the creature on Vale and supposedly is instantly killed.
Yeah, like rots him.
Yeah. And so Peter's like, oh, I guess this is my time to break free and put my mask back on. Peace out, homies.
And then Carrion made the big mistake and threatened Aunt May at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, fighty.
Something gets set on fire and they
Well, it's a mad scientist lab. All you can knock anything over.
Everything is just like within an inch of just combusting at self-combustion any moment.
It's all so flammable.
Highly.
The White Tiger finds him.
What is this, Jake Garrick's lab? What are they making, hard water?
So the lab's...
Which is a real thing.
The lab's crumbling the pieces in flames, and then the amoeba goes after Carrion.
Yeah. And so, yeah, the amoeba turns on Carrion. And Peter's just like, hey, that's about right.
Yeah, because Peter just...
He's like, that's a fitting end.
Peter just, like, jumps out and, like, passes out in the snow or whatever.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, well, that escalated quickly.
This series should have been called Peter Parker, the Sleepy Spider-Man.
I mean, between school and Mary Jane, he ain't got a crime fighting. He ain't got a lot of time. Leave the boy alone.
Dehydration. All right, so, and then our final issue is Spectacular Spider-Man. Yeah, no Peter Parker, just Spectacular Spider-Man 149 from, this one's an April issue too. April 1989, so 10 years later.
It's the return of the Mac.
It's funny they did this issue when they did, because, well, I'm wondering if they did it because, Miles Warren originally died in the Amazing Spider-Man 149. That was, that 70s clone saga.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is the issue after their Inferno issues, so... That's what we should have did for October. Inferno.
No. You save it for next July. Get it? Because July is supposed to be the hottest month. Is that so true because of global warming? I don't know.
Who knows?
Really? Maz does it better. Sorry.
Oh, I know. Maz does it better.
I get you.
See,
somebody tell him so he doesn't get his nickel.
We give him Charlie Esser. What more does he want?
Hooray!
Anyway, so
yeah, the issue opens up.
What about Carrion? And I'm just like, what about Carrion?
There's my new opening. What about Carrion?
And he's got his Skeletor colors on now, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, branding. But I mean, you forgot the first two pages where we see the Lobo brothers attacking the Kingpin's men, the mutant werewolf. We gotta cover that. We should cover that one time. The whole Lobo brothers thing.
We will. Trust me, we will.
Big gang war of 1989. The Kingpin versus Chameleon and Hammerhead versus mutant werewolves. Yes, people, it was a thing.
You heard that right. Mutant werewolf.
And Chameleon was impersonating Jameson. It was nuts.
I just like, okay, I see you moving your illicit goods. Okay. But the Arranger, like, oh my god, I thought Darter was bad.
Oh yeah, the Kingpin's right-hand man before Weaving Wesley, I believe, was the Arranger until he arranged the wrong thing.
It was like, yeah, all your men are slaughtered, and there's a message in blood.
Kingpin,
the wolves come for you, and I'm just like, lame. I'm not even scared.
I know. But no, the interesting thing about this issue, it's written by Jerry Conway, who wrote that original Clone Saga. And I think he was trying to retcon. I don't know if Marvel wanted to do this or he wanted to do it, but they were trying to retcon the whole clone thing. It's like, oh no, there's no such thing as clones. Wait a few years, kid.
I was gonna say, yeah, because they wanted to, yeah, I get it.
Because I think Spectacular Spider-Man Annual 7. Well, whatever Spectacular Spider-Man annuals in the Evolutionary War. The High Evolutionary told Spider-Man, "Oh no, Miles Warren can't clone anybody." So
that I know of. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, no, the High Evolutionary knew. He just was trying to throw everyone off. Well, that was the later retcon.
Exactly.
Once we go to Clone Saga,
Exactly.
the High Evolutionary lied. But yeah, right now Peter's working under the assumption that cloning isn't possible.
Yeah, because like he's sitting there because he can't focus on the lecture because he's thinking about that last encounter. Like,
Yep. So the professor yells at him for not being able to concentrate. And then he gets made.
Yeah, because it's like apparently that clone of Gwen Stacy was really actually an entirely different person.
Well, yeah. What's the High Evolutionary told him? He's like, there's no such thing as cloning. It's like a genetic virus that Miles Warren created.
Alters people's genetics templates? I'm like, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, it was just some other student named Joyce Delaney was supposedly the Gwen Stacy clone, and then Miles Warren said he had killed his lab assistant and Anthony Sturba and made him the Peter Parker clone. So Peter's sitting there thinking,
Yeah.
well, if those were the clones, who was Carrion?
Exactly. What about Carrion? What about him? Nobody cares. Except for poor Jerry.
So yes, and then Peter's getting made fun of by a student, Malcolm McBride. Keep your eye on him, people.
And worst of all, Malcolm McBride. Damn you, Stan Lee, and your alliteration. Damn you.
Well, I don't think we'll stand it in, right? That ain't his fault.
I know, it's a thing though.
A Marvel thing.
Yes.
Oh, and
that he started and perpetuated.
And then Peter goes to see her favorite person, Dr. Swan. Professor Swan.
Why?
And Peter's like, I got my own project. Can I just go do my own project? So God knows.
On a little hellfire.
So God knows what they think he's doing. It's by himself, but he goes down into the lab building's basement. And
never go in the basement, kids. Basement's a bad place. Okay.
Well, he goes to the boarded up basement where I think that's where those Peter Parker's issues we just took place. You know, the whole amoeba battle. I think isn't that the same basement? Yeah, because he's saying this is where Carrion died, and after Carrion's death, the police sealed the lab pending an investigation, which never took place. New York. Marvel New York, so much super crime.
Yes.
So Peter's searching around, and something sets off his spider sense. Hey, there's something under this piece of stone on the floor. Hey,
we're in an audio drama all of a sudden. We got sound effects.
That's right. Ding! Spider sense. But Peter finds a journal of Miles Warren's.
The gift that keeps on giving. Miles Warren!
I know. So Peter grabs the journal, takes it home, but then we see, hey, Malcolm McBride followed him down, and hey, what was in there that Peter missed? Hey, a vial of some green chemical. That can't be dangerous, could it?
Yeah, it's green!
But meanwhile, cut to a courthouse in Philadelphia, and it seems like we keep coming back to Cynthia Burnham.
She's a hot commodity.
Yeah, well, this takes place before our Acts of Vengeance stuff, so. And then we see back to Bugle. Glory Grant's all happy because she has a new man. Little does she know he's a mutant gangster werewolf. I said mutant gangster werewolf. Don't try to.
Exactly.
Don't.
I mean, they had to be still doing cocaine in the bullpen. They had
to. Don't try to be everything, kid. You know.
Yeah, leave some for somebody else.
But then back at Empire State University that night, you see Malcolm McBride examining the green ooze. It reaches out on its own and tags him on the face.
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it? See, I'm sorry, guys. I'm in severe Wade's World withdrawal.
Well, soon, my dear, soon. So yeah, so it knocks him out of his chair as he's screaming, "My eyes, my eyes, my face!" But then at Aunt May's house, because Peter and Mary Jane are living there right now.
They're on hard times.
That's right. They got thrown out of their apartment. Come back in December. We'll explain that. Yeah, Peter's reading through the journal, all obsessed, and Mary Jane's just sitting there like, yeah.
As you do.
Because he's reading about how Warren was obsessed with Gwen.
Not creepy at all.
And then he was all sad when she died, and he hated Spider-Man. But then, look, he followed Peter Parker, and look, he saw him change into Spider-Man.
I guess he better go donate to his cause of choice.
I know. He's like, I followed Parker, and I was very careful because some sixth sense seemed to warn him that I was around, but he still changed in public. He still changed in the middle of the campus quad. And that's when Miles Warren plotted his revenge. Because it says here how he kidnapped another young student, Joyce Delaney, and turned her into a copy of Gwen Stacy. And then his lab assistant, Anthony Serba, became Peter Parker.
Worst of all.
And Peter's still obsessing. He's like, well, if Serba was Spider-Man and Joyce Delaney was Gwen Stacy, who was Carrion?
What about Carrion? No one cares, Peter. It's really not that serious. Let it go, homie. Let it go.
I mean, at this point, Peter and Mary Jane are in bed, but he has to jump out of bed and get back in that costume.
Poor Mary Jane.
And she's just like, oh my lord. She's like, I'm scared when he gets this obsessed.
Yeah.
He
runs into Carrion though. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, because Peter's all like, everything Miles Warren told me was a lie. He said he became the jackal to blot out his guilt about killing Serba, but he didn't kill Serba. Yeah, he did, kid. But yeah, he goes back to the lab. But yeah, Carrion shows up, and Carrion's like, "Wait, you know me?
How my powers work?"
Mm-hmm.
Not that it really helped him.
So they're fighting in the basement again.
Like, you're a genetic duplicate created by a virus, I tell you.
And then
it sounds like a clone to me, but whatever.
I know. Well, they weren't created from scratch. They had, basically they took you had to take another living person and rewrite their DNA. So anyway,
however it gets done.
Enough of your dating life. So yeah, Carrion knocks him out with the red dust of death, and I don't.
Black Pharaoh.
So he knocks him unconscious. I don't know why he doesn't just kill him there.
Because a villain got a villain, homie. They gotta make dumb mistakes.
Convenient plot point.
Exactly.
Because he takes him to a graveyard.
Plus, he wanted to sit him in the cemetery in front of the graves of George and Gwen Stacy.
Of course, it's storming. Lightning, rain, everything. Yeah, the whole.
Where's the black umbrella?
In front of the whole Stacy family graves.
Yeah.
Jack and Carrion's like, all right, I want an explanation. And Spider-Man told him, I met you before. No, a different you. It must be someone else must have got hit by the virus and changed into Carrion that first time.
Yeah.
And Carrion's still going on about how Spider-Man's responsible for Gwen Stacy's death, so he must die.
Yeah, he's talking about how they're like basically biological booby traps.
Mm-hmm. And then they're fighting. Carrion's like killing trees and stuff. And then Carrion says, oh, how Miles Warren will be so happy when I tell him I killed you. And Peter's like, wait a minute. That's right. He's only been active a few hours. He doesn't know Warren's dead.
Mm.
So he kind of maneuvers him into a certain grave.
Does that tombstone belong there? Well, duh. Miles Warren.
Yeah, because it seems like Carrion has him on the ropes until he sees he's all shocked by the grave, and then Spider-Man decks him a couple times.
And it's like, how rude to send somebody crashing into somebody else's tombstone. That's a place for people to mourn and reminisce their loved ones. Okay?
That's right.
Rude.
Yeah. So
it's like me going over to Uncle Ben's tombstone and kicking it.
That's all he needs.
Although we all know he's really Mephisto, it's fine.
That's true. But yeah, so Spider-Man, that's all Spider-Man needs is start pummeling Carrion until he finishes him off with the old trademark Sal Buscema right cross.
So true. That is funny. So I like how, like, after the battle, Spider-Man's just like, I really hope Reed Richards will be able to, or someone like him will be able to help whoever was infected by the Carrion virus.
That anytime anyone was transformed in like at this point in time,
Like, he didn't fix his whole family. What are you talking about?
I mean,
Ben's still walking around looking like that. What do you mean?
I mean, last episode when I talked to Jam DeMathis about Kraven's Last Hunt, you know, once he captured Vermin, he's like, oh, hopefully Reed Richards can, you know.
He's the smartest man in the universe, or he was until recently. We won't go there, though.
Moon Girl?
Yeah. I'm just glad it wasn't Shuri, because I just really didn't need those comments. It's bad enough that she basically is in the MCU, and people were like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So years later during the Clone Saga, we find out that, the High Evolutionary mucked with the journal because cloning is possible.
But wait, we can't talk about how, you know, he does see Gwen's tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I was just like, oh.
I gotta let you go.
Yeah. I was just like, oh.
I got a hot redhead dish simmering at home. I gotta let you go.
Hello.
What? So what suggested reading did you want to bring up?
Oh, I already said it, but then we can also I'll throw in Spectacular Spider-Man Annual number 8 and Scarlet Spider Unlimited number 1.
Yes, that's one I was going to bring up if you didn't bring it up. Yes. Because that's where that Scarlet Spider Annual is where they, the first time, that's where the High Evolutionary gives them the whole explanation about how he messed with the journals and stuff. And
yeah.
How Miles Warren was actually, like, you know, learned genetics from him. So that's why those clones are all horrible.
And crumpled to dust. I love Ben Reilly.
I know you.
Poor Gwen Stacy.
I know. Poor Gwen. She's been the so many plots.
Yeah.
You know what Carrion reminds me of? We have that Kindred running around in Amazing Spider-Man right now.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder who that's supposed to be.
Like, you just poop your pants if it was Carrion.
I think that's too easy. Well, no. Did you read I know we were poo-pooing a little bit that Amazing Spider-Man that came out this week, but he like kind of hinted around that he has they have a connection to Norman.
Oh God.
Is it a woman though? Because I swear, like in one panel, that like the way Kindred was standing and like arm, you know.
It's Normie, but he's had a sex change. It's the ultimate.
Well, I was thinking, would they dare make it the original Gwen Stacy?
Not the original Gwen Stacy. No way.
I was gonna say, especially since we have Spider Gwen now, or Ghost Spider.
Yeah, Ghost Spider. Yeah. Which it's like, bro, it's Spider Gwen. It's always gonna be Spider Gwen, no matter what you say.
I know.
So, but yeah, no, this was interesting. Like it's like really cool that they actually like came back around to it.
Oh yeah.
It was probably just burning little Jerry's goose. I'm telling you, he's just like, I really gotta fix this.
It's just so funny that, you know, because the Clone Saga wasn't too long after this. They're just like, oh no, there's no such thing as cloning, like real cloning from scratch.
You know, we had to leave that as a big surprise. So let's throw this out here.
Until they wanted to bring back Ben Reilly and everybody. They're just like, okay, cloning does exist.
They do exist.
How do we retcon a retcon? Hey, High Evolutionary.
Liars. They're all liars.
The enigmatic High Evolutionary. He moves in mysterious ways.
No, he's just a liar.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty solid run. I'd give it
Give it what?
A B. A B as in boy.
BBB. Yeah, I think I gotta agree with that. I mean, that Spectacular Spider-Man 149 kind of nostalgic for me because that's kind of around the time I started reading.
Oh,
like full time, yeah, because Inferno is about where I started reading on a regular basis. All right, so hopefully that was a spooky enough tale for you.
No, it wasn't. Boo.
Well,
Don't you know I watched Saw for breakfast. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the next 2 weeks, Lilith Hellfire, we're gonna crank up the horror, because next episode we'll be talking about Spider-Man Unlimited number 20, featuring a zombie, a vampire, and a villain named Lilith.
You know, almost all my like mediums have a villain named Lilith. I might have to rethink my life choices.
I thought that's why you did it.
Like Supernatural, check. Lucifer, check.
You might have to come up with another fake
DC,
name.
check.
And then the week after that, we'll be covering Spider-Man Unlimited 21, featuring Frankenstein's monster.
Yes, Frankenstein's monster.
I know.
But if you really know, then you know that Frankenstein was the monster.
Exactly. All right. So do your homework. Next 2 weeks, read Spider-Man Unlimited 20 and 21. And then November.
What are we doing for November?
Hobgoblin, baby, Hobgoblin. Original Hobgoblin.
Have a Thanksgiving theme. Hobgoblin isn't Thanksgiving.
Look at that orange costume. That doesn't scream cornucopia to you? Fall leaves? Come on. Work with me.
Okay.
Work with me.
Okay.
No, I'm just teasing. No, I just wanted to get to that original Hobgoblin, and I was like, I don't think Christmas is the time. Halloween.
Christmas is for the original Green Goblin.
He was green and purple, not red.
Purple can be a Christmas color if you try hard enough.
You evil woman. Because your name is Love.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
No, just shameless plugs.
All right, everyone. Oh, I should have had shameless plugs up.
So you really should have these memorized by now.
Yeah, all 50 shows we do, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. All right, everyone. So again, do your homework. I want to keep wanting to say Spectacular Spider-Man. It's on the brain. Spider-Man Unlimited 20 and 21 for the next 2 weeks. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Ultimate Spidercast, @ULT Spidercast on Twitter. Follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram. Check out Work in Progress. No, it is not dead. It is not The Walking Dead. It is very much alive. capesandlunatics.org. Subscribe to the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel and our weekly newsletter at capesandlunatics.home.blog. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And watch us live every episode. We'll do it live on Capes and Lunatics Facebook, Twitter, and at getvocal.com/channel/capes. Lilith Hellfire.
Hey nerds, if you guys want to hang out with me on Twitter, because Arrowverse will be back very shortly. You can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire and on the gram making me magic at Lilith Hellfire 69 for my Capes and Lunatics and Sidekicks beats only. Duh.
Yeah, duh. All right, everyone. Again, Spider-Man Unlimited 20 and 21, and then start reading that original Hobgoblin stuff. Do your homework, children. So come back for more spooky tales. Spooky spidery tales. I'll tell you the tale about this mutated man spider thing. But until next time, swing on back.
Flip.